Hi Stampin' friends, it's Ayana Johnston here with another check this out video tutorial to show you. Today I want to show you how I made this beautiful stocking with sparkle card. The reason I love this card so much is not only it's beautiful, but it's so simple to make. You can get the supply list for this card on my blog at www.checkthisout.stampinup.net. Be sure to stop by and see my specials that are just going on now through the end of October. There are some great ones out there. Okay, so let's get started making this card. Okay, to make this card, you're going to need this beautiful Hang Your Stocking stamp set. And out of this stamp set, we're going to use this sentiment over here that says, wishing you a season filled with love and happiness, as well as the Merry Christmas and this beautiful little stocking over here. Then we're also going to use the coordinating Christmas stocking thinlits. In this group, we're going to use this stocking right here. Then we're also going to use this larger stocking over here with this squiggly line and this square for the topper of our stocking. So I'll show you what we're going to do with that in just a minute. Then we're also going to need our oval framelits. So with these framelits, you're going to want to use 3 different framelits. With the smaller ovals, you're going to want to use the 3rd biggest size. And then with the larger ovals, you're going to use the largest oval and the 2nd to the largest oval. I'm going to put those aside for right now. Then for ink, you're going to need cherry cobbler and garden green. Then you're also going to need Memento black. And then last, we're going to use some Versamark ink for this card as well when we do some embossing of our stamp. For cardstock, you're going to need the following. You're going to need 3 sheets of black, basic black, and one of these sheets, this one's cut at 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4 1/4. Then we have this sheet. It's round about 3 inches by 4 inches, and it's going to be for our oval of our black and the stocking topper. And then this last piece of black is 1/2 inch by 4 inches long. Next, you're going to need a piece of Sahara sand. And you're going to want to cut this at 4 inches by 5 1/4 because it's used for the inside of the card, as you can see there. Then you're also going to need a larger piece of scrap of Sahara sand for our decorative label and our oval that we're going to use. Next, you're going to need a sheet of the red glimmer paper, and this is cut at 3 inches by 6.5 inches. And then you're going to need a scrap of the garden green. Then we're all set with our paper. Out of the stocking, the Christmas stocking framelits, we're going to use this Christmas stocking and then this larger frame Christmas stocking. Then we're also going to use this beautiful squiggly right here that comes out really nice when you cut it out. And then we're going to use this square one right here. And I'll tell you, I always keep these on my magnetic piece because they're really small. I don't want to lose them. So first what I did was I cut all of these out in my colors that I needed. So this one I needed to cut a large stocking in red out of, and then I had to take my 2nd to largest oval in my grouping and cut out an oval. And then I took this squiggly line and I ran all of this through my Big Shot. And to save time, I've already got those all set over here ready to go. And then I'm going to put these right back on my magnetic plate so I don't lose any of my little detailed framelits. Next, I took my scrap piece of black and I cut the largest oval out. And I also took the square stocking topper and cut it out using my Big Shot in the middle, just so I could go ahead and save paper and use the inside of that oval, since I didn't need to use that inside for anything else. And then what I did was I did that to save time, so I have that set aside. And then last, you're going to want to get your scrap piece of garden green, and then you're also going to want to take this detailed stocking and you're going to run this through your Big Shot using your precision plate, which I've already done to save a little time as well. Last, you're going to want to take your smallest oval with your piece of Sahara sand And then you're going to want to run this through your Big Shot, which I've done to save time, and I've got right here in my oval. One other last thing I want to do is I want to use this beautiful, brand new in the catalog for the Christmas season, this cable knit, or this, excuse me, I called it the cable knit dynamic textured impression. What I do is I take my Sahara sand and I put it, you know, just in the middle, and I line it up as straight as I can kind of get it so the knit looks straight across. And then I'm going to go run this through my Big Shot. I'll be right back. Let me do that piece. And then you get this beautiful design on that Sahara sand. I just love this new embossing folder. Next, I'm going to put all my pieces together, and you're going to see how quickly this thing goes together. And I'm just going to let you watch how I put it together with mono tumble glue, and I also took the designer series paper and a piece of the washi tape. I got the washi tape matching coordinating set, and I'm going to put that on my strip as well, and you're going to see how fast and beautiful this thing gets put together. One quick piece I forgot to mention is the designer series piece of paper that we go ahead and use for this particular stamp set, and it's this designer series stack, and I use this particular ornament one for this card. So many beautiful colors, but for this one I went with this ornament backing, so you'll see me just put this together as well. And then last, I'm going to take my stamp, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to stamp Merry Christmas on here with some Versamark ink. And then I actually, for this particular card, I used the embossing powder called the Emerald Envy embossing powder, which is just gorgeous. And it's a new one in the Christmas catalog. So I went ahead and stamped my Merry Christmas. Please ignore my well-used Versamark ink pad. It still comes out just fine. So I'm going to stamp that in the middle, and I'm going to pour some embossing powder on it, and I'm going to emboss it. Now I'm going to go ahead and use my decorative label punch. I'm going to punch out my Merry Christmas. Then I'm going to take the cherry cobbler. I'm going to ink around the edges of this. Oops, it came off the track, but I'm going to ink around the edges of this, and then I'm also ink around the edges of the inside of my card. Next, I'm going to go ahead and stamp my sentiment, and then I'm going to stamp my stocking. So my sentiment, I'm going to go ahead and stamp that in the Memento Black, and then you'll see me stamp a stocking in Garden Green and the Cherry Cobbler. Okay, that was a little mistake. I'll flip the other side over and do it on this side. But, little mistake with my ink pad there as I was trying to get it out of the way. Then I add my sentiment on the top of my card. And there you have it. Look how quick and simple that was. I just love this card. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. Be sure to stop by my blog and my website and see what new ideas I come up for this great fun Christmas season right around the corner. Happy stamping!